Namaste Mitro. A warm welcome to channel VR Artist. And in today's Ek Samvad session, आज के एक संवाद कार्यक्रम में we have with us Shridhar Murthy from Bangalore. A brilliant academician, a brilliant person who has worked for about 33 years in Chitragala Parishad, teaching students in graphic department about art. And also he's a personally he's a painter as well. He's a brilliant artist who works on very creative concepts. So let us talk to him, try to know his experiences, his viewpoints, and what he has to say. Right? A warm welcome, Shridhar Murthy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So actually, this session was very long pending, and you have been asking me from so many reasons. Somehow it didn't happen. Anyway, I'm very thankful to you, and I'm very happy that today it's happening. Yes, sir. As you say, yes, sir.
Yeah, we have been discussing Sridharji for a long time. We have been discussing as artist, as an academician. You have worked for 33 years. It means 33 batches have gone under you. It's like quite a huge, and that too in one of the big cities like Bangalore, where the art exposure, art everything is very high, is quite high, just like how it is in Mumbai or Delhi or something like it. It has a good market, good galleries, good artists, good art critics, art reviews. Everything is good. Now, coming straight away to the point, like now today, after this 33 years of experience, right? I would like to know what is one of the greatest challenge and one of the biggest opportunity that you see today.
Yeah. First, can I, when we are talking about student-teacher relation, can I talk little negative things first?
Yeah.
Then we can go for certain positive things. Yeah. The negative thing, what I have been observing from past, at least from 20 years, not much before, at least from 20 years, is what is happening is that the student level, students, they're losing that, wow feeling in their eyes. You know what I mean to say, that there is no absolute curiosity, no curiosity at all for anything. Okay. The earlier, when 20 years back, when some workshop is going on, a demonstrator is demonstrating something, all the students would come together, and then gather and talk to the person, and they used to be always with him, because they were feeling, suppose if that person goes, we may miss something. That kind of total involvement was there. And now we have reached a stage where the expert is sitting and we are feeling very embarrassed. Students are not there. So the thing is, probably this is because of the too much of exposure of the social media. What has happened is the students think that, yeah, I can learn later. Or they ask, sir, even to the extent that they ask the expert, sir, do you have any links of your works? Do you have any videos of yours? When a live person is standing there and he is ready to help them,
rather than taking a first-hand experience,
they are asking that gentleman, sir, do you have any videos of your work? Your website and all that. And being a teacher, it will be very embarrassing, And then see, this is probably because, I totally blame the social media and too much of exposure. Today, it's not their mistake also. And even when we take a class, just after the class, the student will come, and initially the students would come with some questions and we would answer and all that. Today, it is not like that. They simply straight away ask one simple question. Sir, do you have any better links about this subject, what you were talking? So I think that is the most dangerous thing has happened. I don't know about other form of education, but it has definitely is a very dangerous sign in the visual art teaching.
I do agree with you. This is there in every aspect or every field or every faculty of education. The reason is this is one of the disadvantages of internet or social media, where borrowed information is readily available.
Yes.
You don't have to read a lot
Yes.
straight away. And trust me, this is going to increase with this AI, artificial intelligence
Yes.
coming. It's
Yes.
going to be very, very, what do you say, borrowed in. I fear like people would live with borrowed information so much.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is,
That's no. It's like secondary information is overpowering so much so that their primary experience is totally suffering. You know.
absolutely.
So, and actually today, at least we could see what I think was my priority first. Today, what the social media says, what is there in the news, and that is a more captivating matter to the students today, and they have lost the ability to think from themselves. They always think as part of a social media.
True.
So, and that is the one
The
most negative.
the mob mentality is affecting them.
Yes, 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 yes. Um, and they come up with some crazy kind of questions to us. It's like in nowadays, what is happening in social media? Some term is suddenly becomes
Popular.
term or some event or something, because it becomes very it comes to a limelight, and then many times we will not be knowing about it. They come and ask, sir, what is this, what is that, you know so but when we are talking about something very basic, something which they need to know about the visual art, it's a fundamental thing, and they are not bothered about it.
True.
And and they ask some and they even I don't know who is giving them bad information or anything, I don't know. Sometimes they do come and ask, sir, is it the brush and all is a very old thing,
Oh, okay.
very old technique and all. Why should we still work on brush? Why still work on pencil when there are so many things have come? So, and these are the questions. It's
True.
very, yeah, it's
In,
a very, yeah,
in
and
the,
from there it is I mean, it's correct, but to convince them is a very challenging thing, yes.
now, in the name of mixed media and in the name of new techniques, there are really some, what do you say, weird things happening.
Yes.
Yes, like. But yeah, that is a threat or a challenging. Definitely, this thing. I really appreciate and recognize your experience. That is one. Yes, definitely, it is there. What is the opportunity? What is the beautiful thing?
The beautiful thing is today, uh, they, they don't have any clinging attitudes. Like they don't want to cling to anything, to a person or to a book or to any thing. They just student wants to keep experimenting new things. So earlier students would always, if suppose if I say something, they would do their mind is so that, oh, sir has told, they are limited. They used to do only that, and they wouldn't apply their little more creative brain to it and how to improvise it. No, but today's students, they want to improvise immediately whatever you say. So that is a brighter side of today's education, and yeah, they're so good. And many times they come up with, probably they go back and they browse and they collect informations, and they get lot of parallel information. Many times they do come and tell us, sir, why can't we do like this? If I do like this, how? And this will be something strange for me also, because that's something very new, and they always think beyond. It's a very beautiful thing. They will their mind is not restricted to just that. Whatever I am saying, teacher is saying. नहीं, हम लोगों के जमाने में क्या होता था, जो भी टीचर बोला है मतलब वो बोला, बस करना है, उससे ज्यादा सोचने का नहीं. सर ने बोला है मतलब वो सही बोला होगा. So that was a blind faith we had in our teachers. So that was in a way good also, and they taught us many more things. But that was in a way bad also, because we were never exploring new things.
True. True.
So, but now students are so fast grasping things and then immediately trying to do something more. So that is something very beautiful. I have found out from generation, and what I strongly believe is that uh, Google can give the information, but Google cannot give the human touch. That's the only teacher can give.
It can give only information, not an answer.
Information, but it cannot give the human touch.
Absolutely.
That is the where the art teacher plays a very important role. Or probably, I don't know, in any other field also, human touch to the subject. You should get connectivity with the, that kind of like just tapping the, physical touch, or just trying to say your own stories and try to link with their emotions, and that is how the communication becomes very beautiful. Otherwise, if you are talking about any informations, they are not bothered, because they know, whatever the information I am giving, they can anyway browse better. So
yeah. No, you put it very rightly, because in art there are three things. They say there are three things. One is you need good knowledge and information about art. You need skills, creativity and skills. And third most important part is the pratibha sparsh.
yes, yeah, that the feel of another being.
Yeah.
It's
So
not necessarily human
when,
being,
when the
another
teacher
being.
when the teacher in front is demonstrating, it may be drawing, it may be using a roller, a brush, like when they see the sparsh, now that is something which opens a lot of eyes, and that definitely, yes, that is there. But I also have another curious question, which I usually observe it in all colleges, not only in art colleges, but when I go to even engineering, or maybe some others, arts or other, like sociology. But I find it very challenging in for art compared to other field. The point is, see, usually these students, they join the art college at the age of around about 17, 18 or something, after they finish their 10th or 12th.
Yes.
Now, till 10th or 12th, they have studied in a school where you have multiple choice questions or answers, where you have to simply mug up A for apple, B for ball, that's it. Where your decision making ability is taking a backseat, you simply gain information. There is a system which feeds you, you simply take that. Okay, and end of the day is all about scoring what you have studied. It's a fixed syllabus, fixed questions. Read that, go puke it on the paper, get your marks and come back. So it is that parrot system. Now when they go to engineering, go to medical or the other fields, again the same thing continues there. It goes till they really come down to the field, then they will be. But when it comes to art, no, here the process reverses. It is like you are made to ask questions, you are made to ask, think, you are made to decide yourself, your decision making ability changes, your curiosity is enhanced, or it is expected, like you have a lot of curiosity, you try thinking out of the box. So how do you find that to deal with the students who have come from a parroted system to a free bird system? Like as they graduate, as they go from first year to second year, third year, now they have to break their barriers and go to a more freedom in terms of their thought process. They have to have that courage for error making, which is not there in that parrot system. Like there you are expected not to make errors, but here you are encouraged to make errors. Like, you getting me? Like,
Yes.
as a teacher, how do you find at that junction, like where I have to break this cage and make the bird fly?
Yeah, you very nice. It's a very important point you brought, Vasant. The thing is, thank God there is no course or anything where we'll teach how to write poetry and how to write fiction. You know, only you can. There is a grammar is there, but no
That's it.
one can teach you how to write the poetry and how to write a fiction. So similarly in art also, we teach a language, but it's like learning is a one thing where what academics helps. Unlearning is student have to help himself. And then what I feel is real, the creative process is neither learning nor unlearning. It is relearning.
Relearning, exactly.
It's like you have learned the academics, you unlearn the academics, and again you will relearn the whole thing from your own experience. That is what I feel is the most creative process. So
How do you
every
find that?
painting,
What was your experience? Yeah.
Pardon me. Yeah. Pardon
I
me?
said, how did you find this process? What was your experience in 33 years? Like, learning, unlearning, and then relearning.
Yeah. So the thing is, first, the early stage of my life when I was being a student, the students were interested only in learning process. Okay. They were more interested in only learning process. They were very scared to do the unlearning process. We have to force them to do unlearning, Hey, bidappa do adaitala ning watercolor kaltidiyalla yoga. Sorry, I'm just I'm taking in Kannada. Anyway, I will switch it off in Hindi. अरे यार तुमने तो अभी वाटर कलर कैसे यूज करना तो पता चल गया है तुमको. हाँ, तो why don't you just you just try, maybe why can't you use instead of a transparent thing only, you can also add some areas opaque also, so if we say, they would get very disturbed because it is so deeply inbuilt that watercolor means it should be transparent only. It can't be otherwise. So we say, okay, you do the transparent, but some area you can use opaque also, no? So we would force to tell them, technically also to, unlearn certain things. And then third question, relearning is a very difficult aspect for them. Now the problem generation is they're into the relearning first, not the learning. They are not interested in learning. They are interested already in the third stage where they want to do the relearning. So that is the problem. That is the problem. So if you want to go for the relearning, you should know the learning process. And see, it's like there is saying, no, if you want to be a better criminal, you better to be a good lawyer.
True.
If you know the rules,
to break the rules, you need to know the rules.
How to break it. So it's
to
like
break
that.
the rules, you need to know the rules first.
Yes. So what eventually what academics can give you to some set rules. Okay. And then one should learn from them, because when you are doing unlearning process, no one will help you. It's only you. In learning process, there is a syllabus, there is a teacher, there is a whole academic system which teaches you what you should learn. But when you are going for the unlearning process, it is your own alone. You have to be a little bit venturate about your own self. You should question every academics what you have learned. Okay, you have to start unlearning the whole thing, and then you have to sorry.
Yeah, but here I come back to the same question. It means when you're going from learning to unlearning to relearning, I think when you begin your relearning system, the aspect of curiosity becomes very important.
Yes.
Like, so how do now this is that point where the teacher's role becomes so crucial, that how will you enhance that curiosity aspect in a student?
Today, the one thing is, teacher today, he has to. Can you hear me? Because there is a disturbance.
Yeah. You're audible.
Yeah. The thing is today, teacher cannot sit back and relax and say, no, I'm not. I don't want social media. I don't want to watch. YouTube. I don't want to be in. Current scenarios, or I will not go here and there. I will not attend the exhibition. He cannot say today. First thing is, he should be he should always move out. Even in social media, he should be active. He should know what all happening. Okay, so it's like today teacher need to be more should connected with the social medias and other tools what present day is offering. Otherwise, he cannot link it himself with the student.
So the overall capacity should be higher.
Yeah, because student will laugh at you. Like I realized it because only I joined. I opened my account in this on Facebook only 2015. Okay. So earlier I used to think, so it is not, like why should I? But only I realized when students would ask certain questions in the class in relation with social media and social awareness, what they are getting. So I was not knowing, what is happening. Okay. And then I thought, no, I should get into the social media to relate myself to those students. Otherwise, I'll become an alien to them. So I cannot connect with them, So now, so that is how the teacher should also upgrade himself to the social media. Yeah, so it's like हम लोगों का जमाना में ऐसा होता था ना कि जो आदमी है बहुत पढ़ा है, so he has read lot of books. We used to treat him okay, बहुत knowledgeable person है. अभी ऐसा जमाना हो गया कौन सा टीचर बहुत अच्छा लिंक्स भेजता है वो अच्छा टीचर बन गया, कौन अच्छा वीडियोस भेजता है वो अच्छा टीचर बन गया, because that is the need of the today's education. So the teacher cannot relax and say, no, I am showing still taking the student to the library and showing the books. Okay, they come forcefully. If you take them to the libraries, they come, but they're not interested there. Only they are interested in how short and sweet you communicate. It's like you can't help it. Education now eventually it has become a fast food education only.
Correct. So you mean to say when the faculty has enhanced his capacity, so that will that is the time where that is the tool which will help him to enhance the curiosity in the students.
Yes. I should also talk with them about social media issues.
Or any of the contemporary issues.
Yeah, contemporary issues. I should also able to talk about something what is burning some news. Okay, I should talk and I should chat with them, and even I should make some jokes on it. That is only way I can relate to them.
Correct.
Otherwise, I will become outdated for them. अरे वो आदमी वही बोलता रहेगा यार वही. So they need to connect with them. I have to connect myself to the social media.
Okay. So
that is whether you like it or not. That is today's word.
Excellent. No, well said. So it is like capacity building or the enhanced capacity in the faculty and his exposure to the new contemporary issues of the generation. And so that that's where he can connect or relate to the new generation. Now these two things can help the students to connect or build a good this thing with your rapport with you, so that they can ask questions and that can enhance the curiosity. Makes sense. Excellent.
Yes. Otherwise, if I'm talking only about Van Gogh and this, that, the stories about Van Gogh and all these things. 20 years back that would work.
Not
like
now.
If I was talking about how Van Gogh used to walk to the Paris. So he used to take so much of effort to meet his teacher Common, and if I would say, the student would feel yes, okay. So, but today students are not interested that kind of stories.
Now you raised a very important point, Shridhar. Very important point. Often in all colleges or this thing I see, or even with the artist, senior artist, or when they are speaking to the generation, this thing, they often refer to Western masters, or all references with respect to West. Very, very less with respect to Indian. Now, that doesn't mean that India or Indian artists have nowhere, no less contributions. No, they have done excellent. They have done very good, brilliant jobs. The great masters have done excellent body of work. Now, why is that so? Of course, I do understand there were huge political reasons where the Indian Indianism, or the very nice, beautiful, the Sanatan wisdom which was there, that was, taking, very systematically put at a back foot, and the Western and the communist idea came down. That is there. The political reason is there. But I think we still find Indian masters not given that reverence or reference, or that compared to the West. How do you think, like today, if you give this all these Indian references, for example, sculptures? Now, our ancient archaeological sites have such beautiful sculptures. We
Brilliant.
don't need to go anywhere out. If someone is doing our what do you say, the Hindu, what do you say, the Adhyatma, or the Puranas or the Vedas, they have so much of subjects. We don't need to go outside or to any Western to find here to give a new theme or an idea or concept. So I have two questions here. One, why is that gap so much that all Western things are given the first prominence, not Indian? And second one, do you think today, if you give the Indian theme or concept, is the generation ready to take that, saying that no, Western, no, I think I have a lot of things at home. Let me see that. What's your experience? What's your take on this?
Now I think students are not ready for it somehow. They may, probably it is our mistake. Now it's, the global scenario is global thinking has played a very important role. So the students are thinking only globally because they don't want even to reach, like they want to go directly to the international market, international understanding, international art, and all that. So today is, I feel, art is more of a global kind. It is not even local kind. So it is, but uh, the student should understand that to go to the local, like Kantara, movie. So that's the
Correct.
best example where the local, theme or whatever, but that he took it to the
International,
international, so a global to the, I mean, so local to
local
global.
to global. Correct.
So that was a very interesting thing. So that kind of area, I think, student need to work now. But now most of the students are into the global thinking, global market, and they go to the websites, they see everything. As you say, forget about Indian art, even Oriental art, where China, Japan, like rich Oriental, like Shung. If I ask any student, today's student, have you seen any one Shung paintings? Shung period painting, have you seen? They will look at me. Why? What this fellow is talking? So that is because the earlier our education, the academic education, was more of a westernized education. It's like a colonial pattern continued. Okay, so that because of that, even the masters who taught them, then the next generation, they thought that is the right thing. They taught the same thing. This is how at least 2-3 generations have passed now. So mostly the Western art, like if you ask anyone today, Van Gogh, immediately they say, they talk about it. But any our Indian masters, they don't know. Like if I say Gunavardhana, they are, if they say Derrida, everybody knows. If I say Gunavardhana, nobody knows. This is a very tragic situation we are in. Yes, to an extent, even academics has contributed to a lot in it.
Yep, excellent. Another one very curious question, Aras. See, in art, it is said it is easy to know where to begin from, but it is very difficult to know where to stop. And I think a teacher's role becomes so eminent, where he can tell his students, saying, you should develop your decision making ability here so that you know where to stop.
Yes. Yeah,
Right?
I feel there is three stages. Sorry, you
Yeah,
also
yeah.
wanted.
No, I just wanted to know, like, as an art teacher,
Okay.
in the 33 years, like, what was your experience, saying that with the students, saying that, look, Mike, you got to stop here.
Yeah.
So it is a self decision making ability enhancement. It's a very tough task. It's
Yes. Yes.
easy to instruct, but it
Yes.
is, to make them develop. You have to learn how to decide. You have to learn How did what was your this thing?
Like for that, what I say is I used to tell my student, okay, if you are doing a 10 paintings, okay, you will never get the understanding of decision making unless if you spoil 4, 5. Okay, so you go to as long as you feel okay, it is incomplete, you do it. Okay, you spoil it, and only by spoiling only you will learn. Okay, where I should stop. Otherwise, you will have in your mind, okay, I could have worked little more in it. So it is incomplete. That feeling is there. Okay. So you get away that, that incomplete feeling. So the only thing is you have to work on it. So work, okay. You may spoil one or two work. But what I feel, I always tell my students, you should not get scared to spoil your works. Because a spoil work will teach you more than the good work. So your decision making of where to stop will only grow and only will understand if after working or spoiling 4, 5 works. So if you have worked 10 works, you just think that 4 works I'm going to the extent of maybe I may spoil it also. It's okay. So then only you will get an understanding. That's how I normally help them. I always, remove the fear. I mean, the students' biggest problem, what I've noticed is that they have a fear of spoiling work.
Fear of failing
and spoiling the work. But I say, unless if you spoil the work, how will you learn it? So they are very cautious. Of course, I understand they think that the amount of time they have spent on it, the papers, material, and all that. Okay, but still, I say I always encourage my students. Okay, if you even your work failure work, you have spoiled bad work, but still I consider and I give marks. Okay, but don't think that sir will not give a mark, marks which is spoiled work. No, for me, spoiled work is also equally important than your successful work. Because you with the spoiled work also you have learned something, So I always give importance to the student. So I encourage the student, in fact, to spoil. Okay, if you have done it, okay, go little one more step ahead and see. Okay, so then they'll come, sir, it got spoiled, sir. It's okay. It's okay. So I mean that decision making will come only by spoiling. I mean destroying the work. Otherwise. I mean, it may happen to me also. Even when I'm working for 4, 5 works, I can't expect all the 5 works to come good. No, so 5 works in the 5 works, if I get 2 works good, no, I'm very happy. So being an artist, also, I should not get scared to spoil the work.
And the last question, Shridhar, it's like it is said that no one can teach anyone. I mean, a father cannot teach his son. A teacher cannot teach the student or nothing. You can only help others learn. This is one of the greatest philosopher, this thing, who is written in the book, saying that if the moment you start teaching, it becomes instructions. You turn a nice free flying bird to a parrot.
Correct.
The moment you start teaching, but the moment you help them learn, so that you create that environment, you enhance the curiosity, you develop things, then you help them learn, let them learn on
Yes.
Now in this process, now this becomes this is applicable for all faculty, all fields, whatever it is. But unfortunately, in our science field, it is not applied that much, because you have some
the systematic study. It's more of a systematic study.
Yeah, it is 1 + 1 = 2. That's it. You simply take this and go. But in art, it's not that way. You can, because it's more a very nice a combination of science and philosophy both, and that is big. Now, in this, with regard to this, how was your experience? Because you have 33 batches under you who have gone.
Yeah, what I feel is, as you say, that creativity cannot be taught. Okay, only thing is you can create an atmosphere for it to groom. Okay, all through my teaching, periods, I have just understood it. I understood it in a very early stage of my teaching. So I always I just try to give them the atmosphere. Okay, in fact, initial my teaching, like when I was a street teacher, joined as a teacher, you will have that ego of your own knowledge, and you want to share everything to the student. Okay, despite whether they really need it or not. Okay, I would always talk with all hyphenda theories and this and that, and I would take them to the library. So, okay, but slowly I realized is that I am not the person. I can't feed them anything. I should allow them to grow. Bloom by themselves. So for that, what I should do, only that much I started doing it. Like, so I don't know how far I was successful and all. I don't know, but I tried my best. I remember my sir Dumal. I always remember him. He was my teacher, and I just went to him, and I told him, sir, I got the job in Bangalore. And he was known for his uh, uh, one kind of a very funny kind of way of saying. He told me one beautiful thing. I remembered all through my career. He said, देखो यार, एक आर्टिस्ट खराब होता है ना, साला खुद खराब हो जाता है, लेकिन एक आर्ट टीचर खराब होता है ना, साला पूरा जनरेशन को खराब करता है, वो मत बनो यार. That's the only thing he told. तुम आर्टिस्ट बनो या न बनो वो अलग बात है, लेकिन बुरा टीचर मत बनो.
Very true, very true.
So that is the one thing for us. I'm namaskar from here to Dumal sir, in case if he's hearing me. I'm touching his feet, and I practice this from all my life, sir. Thank you.
Excellent, Shridhar ji. Now, I end this part 1 session here as an art teacher. I will once again begin the part 2 session from you as an artist. Right? So, friends, this was Shridhar Murthy from Bangalore, who has 33 years of brilliant art teaching experience. And art teaching and art, how does an art teacher groom the artist community or the generation? You heard this, and thank you very much for this part 1 session, Shridhar ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And friends, do like, share, comment, and subscribe to channel We Are Artists. And thank you very much. Do let us know what you think about this discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So nice of you.
Thank you very much.